Welcome back to Dan's Messy Garage. Today I am in my messy garage. I'm going to be pulling apart a 200 cubic inch 6-cylinder Ford engine that was in this 67 Falcon, and I'm going to be cleaning up a lot of parts so I can rebuild it. But I need to know what cleaner is going to be best to use to get all the carbon and gook and grease off the parts. I have some old pistons from can't tell by looking, but it was a great running 302 Ford engine. Had 140,000 miles. Like I said, it ran great. But I turned the engine into a 347, so I'm not going to be using these pistons and rods for anything. But what I'm going to do is keep one of them as a control, and then I'm going to use a solution, 7 different solutions, to clean up the other ones with my ultrasonic cleaner. I have some really old Berryman's Chem Dip. It's probably 25 years old. I don't know if it has any cleaning ability left, but we'll find out. I have Simple Green. I have A-Team Ultrasonic Cleaner. It's supposed to be good for all metal, including carburetors and engine parts. I'm going to mix up a solution that I tried before. Dawn dish soap, some Pine Sol. That's Dollar Tree Pine Sol, but Pine Glow. And A-Team with baking soda. And then I have this oil eater. I haven't tried that yet. It just arrived today. I have Lysol, Lime and Rust toilet bowl cleaner. And I'm going to try mineral spirits mixed with ATF. I know acetone in ATF works, so why not try mineral spirits in ATF? Because I know mineral spirits cleaned up some greasy bolts very quickly in one of my previous tests. So enough yakking, let me get this stuff set up. I'm going to put each piston in a Ziploc bag in the solutions, throw it in the ultrasonic cleaner, 60 degrees Celsius, and we're going to clean some parts. Be back in a flash. Okay, I got the first 3 pistons ready to go. I had to abandon the Ziploc bag idea. Piston rings were poking holes in the Ziploc bag. Things weren't working out well. So I can only get 3 at a time in there using containers. First on up, we have mineral spirits, ATF 50-50 mixture. Each container has a half a gallon of the solution. Then I added the piston. This one here is A-Team 1:8 ratio. And the third one I'm doing is a concoction. It consists of equal parts Pine Sol, A-Team, and Dawn, plus 3 teaspoons of baking soda. And then I added 3 parts of water. So it's 1 part detergent, 3 parts water, 64 ounce total. I'm going to do the first 3 pistons, 15 minutes at about 60 degrees Celsius, and then we'll be back and check them out. All right, 15 minutes are up. Let's check the progress. First, I'll pull out the mineral spirits ATF 50-50. We have a little bit of cleaning action on there. This might be loosening the carbon. There's still a lot on the sides of the piston. The rod doesn't look much different. But back in it goes. Get back in there. Next up, we have the A-Team ultrasonic cleaner. It's supposed to be good for engines and carburetors. 1:8 mixture. Wow, that's doing a nice job. The rod looks good. Sides of the piston look good. Carbon's already coming off. I'm impressed. That's doing pretty good. Of course, it's meant to do that. Now, this is my concoction with pine sol, some A-Team Dawn dishwashing liquid, and baking soda. Oh, wow. That's looking even better. A lot of carbon's coming off the top. The sides look nice. The rod looks real good. Okay, I'm liking that. So I'm going to set them in there, run it for another 15 minutes, and then we'll take another peek at them. Timer just went off. So now this is 30 minutes total, and that's as far as I'm going to go on these pistons. I'm going to get the other 3 ready to go as soon as I get these out of here. And at the end of the video, we'll compare them all to the control piston, which is laying off to the side over there. Okay, first one, Mineral Spirits ATF. I know it's not doing that great. It's doing okay, taking its time, but I know these other 2 are better, so I'm not going to be using Mineral Spirits and ATF when I rebuild my engine. Okay, A-Team looking good. Rod looks good. The carbon is still here. It's not rubbing off easy. So that would need more time. My concoction is doing a fine job. Really doesn't look too much different than 15 minutes ago. But it's doing better than just the A-Team. So right now this is in the lead. A-Team is second. That's third. But we still got 5 more to go. I'm going to pause you guys and get ready for the next round. All right. We're set up with Lysol rust and lime remover. I have 13 ounces cleaner, 52 ounces water, 5 ounce. So I'm an ounce over. Because I was doing a half gallon in each container, but 1 to 4. So anyways, that's going to be Lysol. This one over here, Oil Eater. This is supposed to be a 10 to 1 mix. I have 6.4 ounces of Oil Eater, 57.6 ounces of water. Next 2 pistons are going in. They're pretty cruddy. Going in for 15 minutes. I only have 4 more to do. So I'm going to do it 2 and 2. Here we go. Get this one shoved in there. All right. They're in there. Give her 15 minutes and then we'll come back and check them. Next 2 pistons are done. First 15 minutes. Gonna pull out the Lysol rust and lime remover. First, there's some foam on the top. It smells bad. It's caustic. Trying to rinse the foam off the piston so we can see it. Aluminum is really bright. Didn't touch the carbon too well. It did touch it, but it didn't take it off. But it does look like it's doing a number on the aluminum. Rod looks good. Back in it goes for another 15 minutes. It doesn't bother me if I wreck this piston and rod assembly because I'm not going to be using these. It's just a test to find out what I will be using. Okay, this one is the Oil Eater. And it looks like it's cleaning up okay. Starting to take some carbon off too. Rod's looking all right. So back in for 15 more minutes. And then we're going to mix up the next 2 concoctions for the last 2 pistons. Here we go. All right, the last 15 minutes are up for these 2 pistons. Lots of foam and a lot of smelly, stinky gas coming off of this toilet bowl cleaner. The piston looks good. I mean, it's really clean. Didn't eat all the carbon off the top. Rod looks great. Right down to the bare cast iron. Stinks to high heaven though. Inside the piston, not real good. Still got carbon and crud in there. Okay, I'll be glad to get rid of that stuff. It stinks. Now we go on to oil eater. This is mixed 10 to 1, 10 parts water, 1 part oil eater. Piston is getting clean. Still got some crud along the side. The carbon is coming off, but there's still some on there. We're going to be comparing all these to each other and the control at the end of this test. The rod's looking okay. I mean, it's doing an okay job. This is kind of tight. There we go. And we'll just have to wait and see which one's best. I'm going to get ready for the last 2 pistons. And I'll come back and show you what that is going to be. Hit pause here. Okay, I got the last 2 pistons in there. I have Berryman's Chem Dip, half a gallon of that. I have Simple Green, mixed 24 ounces Simple Green to 40 ounces of water. I'm going to let these run for 15 minutes. Everything's been at 60 degrees. I put the solutions in there and let everything warm up. Tested it with a thermometer. We're all good. So here we go, 15 minutes, and then we'll pull them out, take a look. All right, our last 15 minutes is up. These are the final 2 pistons. I'm going to pull them out of there. We're at, well, it was just, when I started recording, it was 140. Now it says 139.8. I think that's because the ultrasonic turned off. All right, I'm going to pull them out. Let me set you up on a tripod, and we'll take a peek at them. Well, it's going to get shaky till I get this on here. That should work. Okay, first up, Berryman's Chem Dip. Drain it out. Looking pretty good. Still has some carbon up on the top. Rod's looking pretty clean. Aluminum's pretty clean. It's kind of hot. It's pretty clean. I'll set that down on the floor, let it cool down. Okay, Simple Green. Wow. Wow, wow. Surprise, surprise. Doing very well. Very, very good. Still got some crud down inside there. Yeah, there's not enough light. But got just about all the carbon off the top. I'm just scrubbing off the little remaining bit with my fingers. That's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna set them all up next to each other, and then we're gonna compare how they did to the control. Hang on. All right, I have them laid out on some cardboard here on the floor. We'll do the piston top first. There's mineral spirits, 50-50 with ATF. A-team, 1 part to 8 parts water. Got pine sol, A-team Dawn, 5 ounces of each, with 3 teaspoons of baking soda and the rest water. Lysol is 13 ounces to 52 ounces water. It's close enough to 64 for testing purposes. Oil eater, 6.4 ounces to 57.6 water. Simple green, 24 ounces simple green to 40 ounce water. Berryman's Chem Dip, straight out of the can, but it's 25 years old. I'm not even sure how it works on carburetors anymore. There's our control on the end. So now we're gonna do a piston skirt. The Lysol here is the brightest color on the skirts. Might be eating into the aluminum though. Give these a little rotation here. They'll go. All right, so we can look at the rods now. That one there is pretty clean. That's the Lysol. Oil eater, simple green, looks pretty good. Berryman's and the control. Now let's take a peek inside of them. You have to deal with my shaky camera here. I'm holding it right-handed and moving these left-handed. Here, let me switch. Might be a little better this way. We'll take a peek in a second here. Hold on. All right, let's look at the control. Berryman's. Simple green. Did a fine job inside there. Oil eater. Not as good as simple green. The Lysol. Discolored the piston here. Brightened it up on the side. I don't think that's a good idea for the aluminum. All right, pine sol with the Dawn and the A-team. That did a pretty dang good job too. Here's just the A-team in water. That's looking pretty good. It's got some carbon down in there. Mineral spirits ATF didn't do very well. That's got to be the worst of them. Now, if I was going to pick a winner, I might have to go back to this first view with the piston tops. Let me flop them over here. Piston tops, simple green. Next would be my homemade solution with the pine sol, A-team, and Dawn baking soda. A-team did a decent job there too. About like Berryman's. Oil eater. Let's compare. Whoops, Stay there. Oil leader to A-team. Looks like the A-team does a little better. The surprise here to me is Simple Green. That did an awful nice job. All right. Well, I hope you learned something from this. I did. I learned that my pine saw Dawn A-team works pretty good. Since I already have that stuff, I'm going to be using it along with Simple Green. And I might even try mixing them all up like that. So stay tuned. Once I get this 200 pulled apart, I'll be cleaning up a lot of parts. Right now I'm working on modifying this bracket that holds the air conditioner, compressor, and alternator. I'm going to redo the way you tighten the belt. And just stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed it, like I said, and I'll be talking to you later. Bye.